What if I told you that this incredible woman is 60 years old? Most people, seeing her for the first time, give her significantly less. Her name is Gemma Folkard, and she has become a true example of how to preserve energy, strength, attractiveness, and love of life at an age when many are already beginning to write off the years as inevitable aging. But the most amazing thing is not how it looks. The real question is, what exactly allows her to remain so active, strong, and young? Expensive treatments, unique genetics, or does the reason lie in the habits that are available to each of us? And the most interesting thing is that these principles work not only for appearance, but also for health, quality of life, and longevity. Therefore, be sure to watch this video to the end, because some of Gemma's habits can change your perception of aging. It will be interesting and useful. So, let's get started. The first thing to understand when studying Gemma's lifestyle is that exercise isn't a standalone activity, but a part of her personality. For many people, physical activity seems like a temporary project. A month of training before a vacation, a few weeks of exercise after the new year, or an attempt to lose weight for an event. But the body doesn't understand such short-term measures. It only responds to regularity. That's why people who stay young longer don't perceive movement as a punishment or a chore. They make it a natural part of their lives. One of Gemma's favorite forms of exercise is dumbbell exercises. And this is especially important. When most people think of youth, they think of cardio, running, or walking. But after 40, maintaining muscle mass becomes especially important. With age, the body gradually loses muscle. This process occurs slowly and almost imperceptibly. So many begin to notice the effects only years later. Climbing stairs becomes more difficult, weakness sets in, posture deteriorates, and metabolism slows. That's why strength training is one of the most underrated tools for longevity. Gemma's approach is intriguing in its simplicity. She often trains at home. This is important because many people put off exercising due to difficulties. Some believe they need an expensive gym. Others believe they need specialized equipment. Still others wait for the perfect moment. But reality shows otherwise. A few square meters of space and a couple of dumbbells are all you need to stay in shape. The most valuable advantage of home workouts is consistency. Without the need to travel across town to the gym, the likelihood of skipping a workout is significantly reduced. Gemma places special emphasis on basic core exercises, and this is another important secret to youth. Many people begin to notice age not by wrinkles, but by how their movement changes. Slouching develops, balance deteriorates, and stiffness develops. Often the cause is a weak core. The core muscles are responsible for the stability of the entire body. When they are strong, a person has better control over movement, maintains proper posture more easily, and experiences less back pain. Gemma also pays attention to her legs, and this is an incredibly important detail. As you age, leg strength becomes one of the main indicators of vitality. Strong legs allow you to maintain independence, mobility, and confidence in movement. It's no coincidence that longevity experts often cite the ability to easily rise from a chair as one of the simplest markers of a person's health. If you want to follow Gemma's example, include squats, lunges, and step-ups in your program. You don't necessarily need to use heavy weights. Even working your own body can yield excellent results. The key is to keep your muscles working. The body adapts very quickly to inactivity, but also responds well to regular exercise. However, one of Gemma's most interesting principles lies not in the training itself, but in her approach to recovery. Modern culture often admires people who constantly push themselves to the limit, but the body is designed differently. Improvements occur not during exercise, but after it. It is during the recovery period that the body becomes stronger, more resilient. Many people make the same mistake. They focus exclusively on training and completely ignore recovery. The result is chronic fatigue, decreased motivation, and even declining results. Gemma understands something important. Rest is not a sign of weakness. It's a necessary part of progress. But physical activity is only part of the picture. There's another factor that significantly affects the rate of aging: stress. And here, Gemma sets another important example. She's emotionally resilient and knows how to cope with stressful situations. When a person is constantly under stress, the body perceives it as a threat. Stress hormone levels rise, recovery is impaired, sleep is disrupted, and inflammation increases. Over time, chronic stress begins to affect not only well-being but also appearance. This is why some people look significantly older than their age, even without serious illnesses. Interestingly, Gemma's habits do not work separately, but rather reinforce each other. Strength training helps to preserve muscles. Strong muscles improve metabolism and maintain health. Recovery allows the body to adapt and develop. Emotional stability reduces the negative effects of stress. As a result, a system is being formed that helps to maintain energy and well-being even at an age that many consider the beginning of old age. That's why her story is so inspiring. She shows that age is not a sentence. Yes, time is ticking for everyone, but the quality of aging is largely determined by our daily habits: strength training, regular movement, attention to core muscles, legs and arms. Competent recovery and the ability to cope with stress can give the body much more than most people assume. When you look at Gemma Folkard, it becomes obvious. Youth is not a number in a passport. This is a condition of the body that largely depends on how we treat our body and our psyche every day. And the good news is that you can start using these principles at any age. Not in a year, not since Monday, not after a vacation, and already today. Because the most powerful investments in longevity always start with small actions that we are ready to repeat regularly. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video that's currently appearing on your screen.